about that. I have 10, 12 calls about that, so I'm tracking all that information. And I'll be talking to you about had noise complaints this past week at Johnson and Norton. I talked to Tom already, started practicing. I think we have that settled. I'll be monitoring it. And over in Oakhurst, there's barking dog complaints. That's been an ongoing complaint. I did talk to the dog owner. They're not extremely receptive to law enforcement or any input about their dogs. So, collecting complaints, so they're probably going to some charges. So I'm monitoring that. Also, I talked to my supervisors. My goal this summer is I'd like to bring up to some of the subdivisions like Lake, Oakhurst, up to the parks. I'd like to get out with the horses, our bikes, our ATVs, do a fishing expo, stuff like that, and try to be out in the neighborhoods as much as we can this summer. So I'm trying to make that a monthly project. I think I have the okay. I just got to get the final sign off from our major, but as of right now, I'm going to try to have some bigger push to have a lot of deputies just really walk the neighborhoods, being out on foot, interacting in the evening, stuff like that, weekends, and try to interact with the public, give input, stuff like that. So that's my goal.
I know we've told you before, we appreciate how you're on top of everything. Well, I want to say it again, because you just continue to just be right on top of everything.
Yeah, appreciate it.
More up and go.
Okay. Is Hannah on? Hi, Hannah.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
We didn't think we were going to have you. We were having issues.
Okay, well that's good because I kept thinking it was me. I kept trying to log in again and again and again, and it just kept denying me. So I thought maybe things were running late.
I think it was on our end. So thank you for being here.
Absolutely. I'm glad it worked out.
Okay, we'll go on to the road department.
We went ahead and got the cemetery cleaned up, finally got some decent days, weather where we could get in there. Between all the wreaths and grave blankets and flowers, we kind of had a record. Our ton truck was completely full. After doing that, we jumped right into mowing them for the first time. We're actually on our second round at the moment. And it did improve the look of the cemetery. I was kind of getting ashamed because it was getting kind of tall. We had a 4-H club come to Oak Grove and do a community service project. Since we had already cleaned up, I went around and had the guys trim some of the lower hanging branches and some of the yucca plants that still had stalks in them. And they dragged them to the trailer, and me and my nephew loaded them. Had the smaller kids running around with little trash bags, picking up little pieces of silk flowers that have gotten hit by mowers or trimmers. And yeah, I want to thank them for their service over there. The bridge on Garrick Road, I've been stopping by every couple of days to just kind of keep up on what's going on. Judging by the way they were moving, I'd say maybe within next week and a half, they should have that completed. Then we had another recent drive tile we had to install. Still have a couple more we got to finish up. Then the Pennsylvania Cemetery, kids were in there knocking over headstones. So we spent about an hour and a half resetting some of them stones that they seem to pick on all the time. Pardon me. And just a reminder, our spring cleanup is coming up real quick. It is Friday, May 3rd and Saturday, May 4th. That's all I have.
What's the name of the 4-H club?
Hillbridge.
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? I didn't catch that.
Hillbridge 4-H Club, like the local tributary around here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would you pass on to them? But we appreciate.
Absolutely.
That bridge must be a big project because there are so many county trucks going by my house And that has to be where they're going.
Well, the kind of the crappy part for them is they have to back in from Olmsted Road. Like when they're carrying in the bridge components on the trailers, because there's no real good spot to turn around for the length of the trailers they have.
That's a long way.
That is a long way. Test their driving abilities.
Hey, anything else for Robert? Go on to fire department, Lieutenant Kuno. Chief Whiting's on vacation.
Currently, the only thing we have apparatus wise going on right now is we're gonna replace the hose bed cover for engine 231. We ordered that last week. So the other one's completely torn, so just to keep the hose from coming off the back, so it would save anything, so. Yeah. Decent. Personnel did have a part-time application for part-time paramedic. Just recommend the hiring of Kevin Fosnall. He's currently a firefighter paramedic. He works a couple other departments. And we received a letter of resignation from Cole Smoot. That's for personnel. A couple of things from Lieutenant Will. He passed on that currently the township is in the process of terminating a contract with our current EMS billing company, Optum. They experienced a data breach back in February. So we haven't received any EMS billing since then. With our EHR company, ESO, they haven't collected any of that money, so they stopped collecting that because of data breach and everything. So Ryan reached out to them. Also, we received a letter of termination contract letter from them as well. So they reached out to a new company, MedAccount, which Barry may be one of them. A couple other departments around there are all switching to them. So that's where they're going to start transitioning into. He's just going to need a lot of information. And he said he would reach out to Paula for documentation, and the chief will be requesting that soon.
If you guys need any help with that, because I just went through the process, it's kind of big. By all means, reach out.
He's been in here every day working on it.
Yeah, it's kind of a big thing, so yeah,
Okay.
if there's anything I help with, by all means, reach out.
Yeah, he'd appreciate that for sure. Sure. Also from Lieutenant Will, time for the Medicare revalidation document to be submitted. It's due April 30th. This document keeps the township in good standing with Medicare and the billing of patients. So he's working on that. Fire department training wise, paramedic school is still ongoing. No changes there. We recently spent the last week and a half or so out with Jackson and Scioto on the Darby and on the Scioto doing some training and joint training. See them.
I'll make resolution 39 to hire Kevin Bosnall as part-time firefighter paramedic. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets?
Yes.
Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, is there any old business? Any new business? Okay, Paula?
Okay, I need a resolution to transfer $10,000 from the main checking account over to the HRA account.
I'll make resolution 40 to transfer $10,000 from regular checking
Mhm.
to the, did you say the
The HRA account.
HRA account? Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets?
Yeah.
Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good. Also, I forgot to mention it at last meeting, but you want me to do the annual appropriations for this year? Want to authorize me to do that? If you want to pass a resolution for that?
I'll make resolution 41 to authorize Paula to do the appropriations. Do I have a second?
I'll second. Is this the,
The annuals.
okay.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good. Okay, I received, a copy of some information that, for a hearing on a BWC claim. I will copy that to you. Received a copy of certification of the result of the election on the tax levy, and, I will copy that to the chief, and if you guys want a copy, I can do that. The bulletin from the state auditor's office that there's a lot of fraud going on, especially like trying to redirect payments, business emails, compromise schemes, etc. And they have guidance on doing that, and that if we don't take the appropriate precautions, we can be personally held responsible for that. So. It received, and this might be what they were talking about. Oh, no, this is different. With said with the approved hazard mitigation plan for Franklin County, each participant's responsible for maintaining the plan over the next 5 years. And I had received that, and so had the chief. From Sedgwick, it said important update per PERRP reporting. And it said this week, many Ohio public employers received an email from BWC if they have not participated in that program yet. And I think you said somebody was supposed to handle that on our behalf.
Yeah, they sent it to us to review. I think Chief submitted it.
Yeah,
They did. Somebody did.
I haven't got anything other than just this update from Sedgwick on that.
It was done back in February.
Okay, all right. And then I had received an email from that Med account, and I had forwarded that to the chief. Just a newsletter from WorkC, Tech Review Committee had a meeting today. A newsletter from Police and Fire, and it said, accrued liability first half billings distributed to OP&F employers. Says next week, employers who still have accrued liability balance dating back to the creation of the fund in the 1960s will be mailed an invoice. So I haven't gotten anything, so hopefully we won't. So it's going back quite a ways. An email from Franklin County Public Health, just they're wanting to stay connected with our partners in the community. SWACO celebrating Earth Day. Couple just informational, the legislative alert and township news break from the State Township Association. And Sedgwick is having a client education program in May. That's all I have.
Anything else for Paula? You guys have anything?
I was kind of curious if you got any progress on your payroll company.
Well, I have not tried to do anything other than I've been working with ADP just to try to get us where we needed to be now.
Mhm.
So I checked over payroll and I'm thinking this one is correct. And then I need to go back and try to work with them to get the past 2 payrolls correct. And then moving forward, do something. But I've just been really tied up with just trying to
Sure.
do the immediate. Yeah.
Anything else? Okay, Robert has asked for an executive session. So I will move to go in executive session according to Ohio Revised Code, section 121.22G1 for the purpose of discussing hiring seasonal help. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets?
Yeah.
Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good?
Yes.
This is